Hey, welcome to Flite Test. I'm Josh.
And I'm Alan.
And if you guys have watched many episodes, you know that we fly a lot of foamies that are very light, and we've even done some water episodes. But we're here with Alan. We've been flying off the lake with him, and he has a Roadrunner here, which if you guys have watched in the past, we actually did an episode on the Roadrunner. It's a classic 80s airplane. He's going to show us how to take heavy airplanes off the water. Believe it or not, it's completely different than what you may think. All right, so Alan, you got your motors all primed and everything. It's kind of weird.
Primed up, ready to go. We have onboard ignition, so want to give it a start?
You got a beautiful, what is that, twin cylinder 4-stroke, right?
Yes, 300 OS.
Beautiful. All right, here, I'll grab by the tail for you.
Grab by the tail.
When you guys grab by the tail, you always want to make sure you hold on to the tail. Don't leave it loose like up here.
Okay, here we go. See if it'll do its thing. Oh yeah.
So same rules apply. You always take off into the wind. Make sure you have a clear area.
And back here we got kind of a swirly wind, so I'm just going to take off from this direction out.
Gotcha. If you guys were on the other side of the hill, it's windy as all get out. It's amazing how windy it is. So we're going to actually keep this lower than normal because once you pop it up too high, you're going to get all that wind, right?
Right. It'll be bouncing around up there. But all right, here we go. We're going to turn it around and
cool. We're
going to see if we can clear the tugboat here.
All right. So,
whoa!
So on the other side here, this is a peninsula right here. On the other side, it's about 20-mile-an-hour wind, and there's a knoll right here that blocks a lot of the wind. So Alan's bouncing around because the second he passes over those trees, he gets all the turbulence.
Oh, it's huffing and puffing up there, baby.
Pretty crazy. So the first steps that you did is you gained speed. You didn't just firewall it instantly. It was a smooth, gradual acceleration, wasn't it?
On the takeoff?
Yeah.
Well, this one wasn't because we took off downwind. Well, now I'm into the breeze up there, but I get down behind these trees.
So a couple key tips. Because your pontoons are on the bottom and your motor's up high, you have a smooth, gradual acceleration, right? You don't just try to firewall it and pitch that nose down, right?
That's correct. That is correct.
And you also use your elevator to adjust your attitude and your pitch angle while you're riding on the ground. Until you leave, you're actually guiding the boat.
Correct.
But what you want to do is you want to get your path nice and smooth, right?
On the takeoff, step it, accelerate out smoothly so you don't torque it, and get your airspeed up and lift off the water.
And what you'll notice here is the splash exchange, isn't it? When you lift on the step, the little rooster tail kind of completely changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it frees up. It frees up from the friction of the water.
You'll see a massive amount of acceleration. The second it's up on the step, the plane accelerates so much quicker. So it'll kind of bobble around and be slow. Once it gets up on the step, the acceleration is almost linear at that point. And that's the point that you know you have enough airspeed and you can start rotating. But you don't want to just pull it really, really hard, because if you do, the back will kind of dig in again and cause that drag, right?
That's correct.
You want to let it fly off naturally.
Let it step up, and then she'll lift off. And as soon as she breaks free of the water, gives a little up elevator. And once again, keeping your airspeed up.
Gotcha.
And then once she's there, she's there.
And when you're going to settle this in here, what's the technique as far as landing? It's a little bit different, right?
Yeah, we'll have to set up an approach. This one will be into the wind, and because of the huffy puffiness, it might not be real pretty. But basically bring it down, step it on the hull, and then slowly decelerate it.
Gotcha. And a lot of tendency is when you flare and go into full flare that you pin the elevator back. You don't want to do that with a water plane, because what do you call it, the bunny hop?
Yeah, I call it the bunny hop, and it just it takes off again. Basically, it's going too fast, so it takes off again.
Bunny hops are cute at weddings and everything, but they're not cute when you're doing airplanes, because if you start getting that oscillating bunny hop, the only way you can correct that is with a little bit of throttle, right? Right,
either throttle back out or just try to control the next hop and get it to land.
Gotcha. And too aggressive of bunny hops causes you to flip.
Right. We've done that. Yeah, she's a handful today, but
it brings back memories. I absolutely love flying the Roadrunner we got at a trade show. When we were at Week Signals, Dave Vindestol and I each had $100. And
wow.
I got a Roadrunner with a big chainsaw motor. I think it was a Quadra on it. for $75.
That's awesome.
And it took us about maybe an hour to get it flying, and it flew fantastic.
Yeah. Well, this one had a weed eater on it. I forget what motor it was. It was an older motor, and I had this OS laying around, and I figured, what a good place to park it.
And this has quite a history. This is a club ship, right?
Yeah, one of the clubs that I fly with, this has been passed around since the mid-'80s, and the original guy that built it, I think he's in his 80s now. He still flies, but it's probably been owned by at least 8 or 10 different people as a trainer.
So Peter basically, he has his new tugboat that he built with a GoPro on it, and it also has a harpoon. And if you guys haven't seen that episode, check it out. He has a really unique way of retrieving airplanes, and also putting holes in them.
Putting holes through batteries.
Yes, putting holes through batteries.
I'm gonna land out in the lake and get away from these trees.
Oh, looks like you got it now. All right, so you're keeping.
That's did you see that?
That was some sink.
Sorry about that, but
hey,
it's in one piece. Wow,
that
did you see that?
Impressive.
Did you see that? Bam, yow!
It sucked you right down in there.
Should I try it one more time?
All right, smooth acceleration on your gas. And there you're up on your step. There you go.
Perfect. All right, here we're coming in for a landing now.
Something awesome about big gas airplanes, isn't it?
Yeah, when it's not huffing like this, it's actually kind of fun to fly.
You're doing great.
But it is what it is, right?
This plane was really popular back in the 80s.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it was like the ultimate ugly stick.
Yeah. There's your sink. There you go.
That's a little better.
Nice.
Still floaty.
Nice. And notice what you didn't do is you didn't pull back on the stick once you...
No, but I didn't shove on it enough either. It's still just a little floaty.
Sometimes you may notice is once you touch down, you're actually giving just a breath of a down.
Right. Yeah, to keep that nose level.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be at that angle.
Good work, man.
Thank you.
So a quick recap for you here. Taking off, smooth acceleration, get it up on the step first, and then a gradual lift off. Don't try to pick it up and force it into the air. Let it lift off naturally with a little bit of back pressure.
And the landings, the same way. Fly it to the water, keep it stepped, keep your tail up, let it decelerate, and then off the throttle.
And if God forbid you find yourself in the bunny hop, the only way to get out of that is manipulating your throttle and your elevator at the right time.
Right, and could be a bailout. Could throttle back up and get on out of town and do it again.
When in doubt, go around. All right, friends, well, thank you for watching. Alan, thank you so much. This is a wonderful blessing for us because there's a lot of information we don't know. Because of you guys in this community giving that knowledge freely, it makes it possible for us to do episodes like this. So, Alan, thank you so much.
Not a problem.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Don't ever listen to Peter when he's flying.
Oh, friend David is doing the heartbeat, and he's probably nailed it. There's just, I definitely know which way's up, which way's in. Yeah.
Fly on one tank of gas.
I've got it up set for 8 minutes.
Okay.
But I can go probably 15, well, at least 12. I just always come down with the sure time.
over at the back of this.
I'm
right
like
here.
half inch behind the stripe.
Oh, I'm on the stripe.
You're on the stripe?
Yeah, go up to the stripe.